Welcome back. This is Razorflamekun and you're still watching episode 3 of my tutorial series, which helps you find the ores that you need in order to make better armor and tools and an anvil. The items that you need right now, you need 5 iron bars and as much copper as you can find. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to find very much copper when I was showing you this cave that we were exploring earlier. In fact, we didn't see any iron or copper. So what I did is I helped us out a little bit by mining, and I found some iron ore down here, which I'm gonna get right now. See, iron ore has this brownish tinge to it, and this is what you need. You need about, I would say, you need about 20 to 30 iron ores, because I believe it takes 4 iron ores in order to make one iron bar. So, and our goal is to make 5 iron bars so that we can make the anvil, so that we can make better armor and equipment, better armor and tools and the such. It's a very important piece of equipment, and we have to get it as soon as possible. Okay, so over here was a new cave that I found when I was mining, and I'm gonna go up and down here and explore it a little bit, see if there's any ores in here. Oh, yep, and I see a whole bunch of copper. Lucky. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get this copper ore because I need it in order to make copper bars and make better tools. I already have a copper pickaxe and a copper axe, but I need a copper hammer and a copper sword, especially a copper sword, so that we can do more damage to mobs, which is going to be very helpful later on. I'm almost out of health. What can I do? Nothing. I can't do anything to help get our health supply up. I guess we can only hope. What we can only hope for is to get some of those recovery hearts from pots. Another thing that we can hope for to try and find is crystal hearts, although those are much deeper underground than we've gone so far. I highly doubt that I'm going to find a crystal heart really close to the surface, because and if you don't know what a crystal heart is, it's a heart that you need to use any hammer on, and you get a life crystal which increases your maximum health by 40, or by 20, sorry, by 20, which allows you to take more hits and allows you to survive longer. So this is where we ended off, and out of all of that mining that we did, we got 15 iron ore, 15 silver ore and 22 iron ore. I don't think that that's enough iron ore, so I'm going to go down here and we're going to continue searching. I actually think I see some iron ore in here, so I'm gonna go and mine my way over here and see what's in here. I think that's silver right there, so oh yep, and there's iron, just as I thought. You need iron in order to be able to make better armor, better weapons, and eventually better tools. So you want to get as much iron as you can. And hopefully you won't die like I'm about to. So we're gonna have to come back down here and finish mining that iron ore. But before we go back down there, I'm gonna go over to our nice little, neat little house that we built here. And I'm going to, since we have a furnace, we can now smelt the bars. So I'm going to smelt the iron bars, and now I have 7 iron bars, which is enough to make an iron anvil. So we click on it, we put it into our hotbar, and we place it right here. I like to place our anvil next to everything else so that we can just stand right here in the middle and not have to move anywhere in order to be able to do, in order to be able to get the other, so that we don't have to move in order to be able to craft other things. So I'm gonna make, you notice I made a bow, a wooden bow, which actually does, when you combine the damage that both the bow and the arrows do, it actually does more damage than the sword, so that's why I got it for right now. So now we're gonna head back down there because we, as you notice, we lost some money when we died. And we need to go back down and get that money that we lost. So we're gonna head back down there, and we're gonna pick this mushroom along the way because that'll help us heal some health later on. And we're going to do that. We're going to get another mushroom. We're gonna drop these stone blocks here because they're not really useful for us right now. And then we're gonna continue back to the cave. And we're going to go back down there, and we're going to finish getting the rest of that iron. Since we achieved our objective in this episode, which was to make an anvil, I'm going to end the episode after we go back down there and get our stuff back. And once we get our stuff back, that's where I'm going to end the episode. So this has been Razorflamekun, episode 3 of my tutorial series, mining basics, cavern exploration basics, and anvil, getting the anvil. So we're going to head back down here, and we're going to eventually come onto the area where we died and lost our money, which is right here, right up here. We got some of our money back. I'm going to place a torch down. And that blue stuff off to the right is actually... why isn't this letting me... Oh, because I was pressing the wrong button. Okay, so I'm going to place a torch here. And then we're going to finish getting up this iron ore, which I started to do, but I got killed by slimes earlier on. So there we go, we have all of the iron ore from that vein. So this has been Razorflamekun, and I hope all of your days burn brightly.